What's up guys, Kelso here, and in today's video I'm on the GasGas 450 doing a stock versus setup where we basically do about 5 laps stock and then we do 5 laps with a setup and just basically compare lap times, and if like a setup really does matter, or you can run this bike stock and qualify or at least get close to that timing. That also being said, I'm on 2025 Tampa Supercross and I did qualify here for Aerial EU 450s with a 53.9. The way I want to talk about my qualification, and I think what might be the meta coming up for 450s, is we all know the beta is absolutely insane. I qualified on the beta just as an absolute monster. See how this works? Wow. Good drive forward, a little bouncy, but we can definitely fix that. I qualified on the beta, and I think that was the meta for everybody because a lot of people were on the beta. But the thing with the beta is when E-Road kicks in, which what Aerial loves to do now since they don't make any pre-made ruts, the E-Road kind of gets really bad and the beta sucks in E-Road. So I think what the meta is going to be, and this is why I'm making these alternate setups, is qualify on the beta, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, at the end of the day, if that's going to be the way to qualify and get to the main event, everybody's going to do it. Why cheat yourself short, right? Especially on a 450. So qualify on the beta, and then for your main event or for your heat race, yeah, suck it up and switch over to a Husky, switch over to a GasGas, a Yamaha. I mean, you're still able to be viable for it. I think the first 10 minutes of the race, I was running pretty good for the main event, if you guys haven't seen that. And then after that, after those 10 minutes, dude, the E-Road kicked in, and I just started getting kinked. I mean, literally, the bike could not settle for crap, man. It was literally me fighting everything, yelling and screaming. So if you haven't checked out that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about when you do watch it. And if you have, you know exactly. But that also being said, if you're looking for that beta setup, it is over on my on my YouTube. If you guys haven't seen that video, and TikTok, man, tweaking right now. But with also being said, apparently they have some weird timing gate things, so we should have went across the finish line the first time or so, and it actually went past the first timing gate, and our first lap would have started counting. So I'll be sure to remember that for our next time around. That way we're not doing extra laps. But right now this is going to be officially our first lap. First one will not count. But yeah, with that also being said, the GasGas feels pretty good stock. I think what it is, just the suspension's a little bit bouncy at times. And I think that's where a lot of people find that deterrence, where they can't get it to start driving forward. But I feel as soon as you put it in 5th gear, the thing starts to drive forward in the whoops. And I think that's where everybody always wants their bike to perform the most, is in the whoops, right? Everywhere else is basically at a skill advantage to be able to know how to hit certain rhythms, right? But to be able to get the bike through the whoops is where it really does matter. So I can see already that if you put it in 5th, it'll drive forward, but that back end just slipping and sliding everywhere. So that's going to be our goal with the setup that we have coming out. And I did fluctuate between 1149, but then I also tried 1351 just to see if I can get more power. And man, this thing's a low-key a monster in 1351. So I think this would be my first setup that I'm giving out that's not 1149, and just really focusing on a little bit more torque and, I guess, credibility of that, of a different gear. But so far we're running a 57.47, and I really want to see myself get one of those. Oh, this is what I want to stretch right here, is that jump right there. I think we can get a 56. I think cutoff was a 56.4 for us. No, it was a 54, right? No, it was, yeah, for 450s it was a 54.7. So if I can at least get this stock down to 55 or something, I think I'll be a happy camper. But it really starts with these laps right here. I really have to push it, no mess ups, no mistakes. If we do that, I think we're pulling. So let's try here. I'm gonna cut down just a bit. I'm gonna go double, see if this works at all, see if it gives me any time. And then I like this line too, being able to get over the table. Nice. But yeah, anyways, with that being said, let's talk a little bit of IRL. Dude, IRL has been killing it. I don't know if you guys seen the little IRL versus MX Bikes clip I made, dude. Thank you for all the support on that, whether it be on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. That thing just kind of blew up, and I really greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys for making that happen and making it possible. But yeah, that was a cool little thing I didn't want to do, Ben. So huge shout out to Ben for being available so we can create that 2-player concept right there and just get it done. But yeah, dude, Malcolm Stewart running through the pack, being able to come back. And I said it, I made that video prediction that day early in the morning. I made a video about Mookie, and I was like, yep, like this might be my runner-up today. And dude, he came out on top, man. So I felt like I had the right prediction today, and that was perfect. We're at a 56.1 as well, so that 55's coming into play for sure. Got to be able to get our times or spots down. But yeah, man, huge shout to him. And then Max Anstey, man. Real sad case about Pierce Brown going down in the whoops. I think Pierce Brown had the short end of the stick all day, especially being in that heat race and someone going down. He had an 8-second gap on everyone and then literally had to fumble the bag a little bit on it. Or, you know, they had to do a staggered start, and that right there just killed all of his momentum. And that just sucks, dude, for sure. So, and then he went right down in the whoops just like Chase Sexton, except that it was a way harder crash. So hopefully he's okay. I haven't seen any report on if he's going to be back in time for Detroit or not, so I'll definitely be looking up for that. But Max Anstey able to pull through, man. I mean, him and Bax Dennett went crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Real good thing for Tom Vial. Unfortunate for, you know, RJ Hampshire to be stuck in that freaking donut. Really just sucked, dude. I mean, he did it to himself. He did cross jump into it. So I think he was doing that all day as well. You would see him jump as far as he can to the inside. So I think that lapper was in his way or close to him. So I think that's why he was like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So he definitely could get the right trajectory. But overall, Tampa was a good first round for East Coast. A lot of mistakes. Glad to see Austin Fortner out there. Like, dude, I don't know, man. In my personal opinion, it was absolutely awesome. We're on our last lap here, dude. I have not done any justice to be able to stay super consistent on the bike. That's going to be my first time going down in the whoops, too. Wow. On my last lap, going to be my first time. But we actually shaved off another 0.10. So I think we could have got to that 55 era on the stock. I'm not too upset that we couldn't get to the 54s, or at least the 55s, but let's see what our ideal was. Let's check that out. The ideal was a 56 flat, so definitely want to see if the GasGas can at least get to a 55. Once again, I'm calling it now, the beta is probably going to be everybody's go-to qualifying bike now, and then after you qualify on the beta, if you want to switch over consistency, it might be this. But let's head over to the setup. All right, here on the setup now, let's just see if we can run some good laps. I've already went past the finish line, but the reason why is because I'm just going to get to the first timing gate and then reset myself back over there so the laps will actually count. And I believe right here is where the timing gate is. So I'm going to go ahead and reset, and then we actually get some laps going. But yeah, for a minute, let's talk about Justin Barcia since we are on his bike for the GasGas. I don't think Justin Barcia's getting the short end of the stick at all this year. I think it's just his starts and his placement's working back up. Now, he's definitely, like, I feel like, I shouldn't say, like, he's having problems or getting fatigued, but I would definitely say, like, he's in his mode. He's in his spot. It's early days. It's only round 5. I do see one of these rounds, him and Aaron Plessinger actually, I mean, Plessinger already was moving up in the pack, which was a W, but it's Barcia's time as well to make one of those maybe top 5s or something, which would be huge. Like, that's really what I want to see out of Barcia coming up. So I don't think he's like super down in the dirt, but he's not super up there, but he's definitely making his move. So as we can see that forward momentum with the whoops already on the freaking setup, though, I gotta love it. Like I said, I think the biggest thing now is just working on getting bikes to work in the E-Road and or when you're done qualifying on that beta. I think the beta, like I said, I'm probably going to be beating a dead horse here, but we all know it now. And I have to keep qualifying for this EU or the 450s until we go back to East Coast. So, I mean West Coast, because I did make points on West Coast. So, that being said, like, if that's what it takes to keep getting points in West Coast or on 450, so be it is, you know. At the end of the day, it's not really my thing. It's just something for me to ride on the off time of the West. But I got to enjoy it, man. It was really fun actually being in the main event. I mean, I felt like I belonged there for sure. I mean, I was riding really great. I was riding really great until the E-Road kicked in, and that's what it was. But we were making some really dominant passes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Gonna come up short there. That's all right. We'll just finish her through. See, this is where your laps either get really good or really bad, and this is what messes up your ideal, is trying to get that double to a triple, and all I gotta do is just grease it a little bit more. So I think I'm just gonna focus up instead of like talking a little bit too much at that time, and then make sure I hit the double to a triple. But yeah, I think that's really it. Just, I really did enjoy being in the 450s. It was a different pace for me as well. Like, I really, for the heat race, ran my race. Like, I kid you not, had a good start, and I was out. Like, I literally was in no man's land for a little bit. I mean, I had to work a little bit through some of the pack, but I was in 4th place for a good minute, and then I ended up getting taken out by Joku or something like that for no reason, actually. For no reason on the last lap. He literally just hit me and took me over the bars. I'm like, dude, we're literally in both transfer spots, and like you're just doing dumb stuff. So I still was able to make it straight into the main event, which was huge. But I don't know what it was. I'm just gonna slow down on this one. I messed up again, as I said I would remember. Still gonna be a good run through the whoops though. Still gonna be a good run. It's not the double to a triple run, but it's there. Being able to survive. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was just uncalled for in my position. But then I made it to the main, and we went all the way up to 16th place. So I was huge. I was happy with that, right? I mean, it wasn't last place. I mean, we definitely got last place off the start. Our start was horrendous. But able to work our way up to a 16th place, get some points, not able to be in last. You know, it just shows that we weren't there off of fluke. We at least were able to battle. And I think if we literally would have had a different bike towards the ending of the race, we would have been way more comfortable in that E-Road. That was it. But the E-Road definitely ruined the beta. So that is, I think that is what it is, you know. But that being said, been enjoying the community though. Let's talk about you guys for a second. Every day is a freaking vibe with you guys. I try to stream every day, and I appreciate all the support every day for you guys coming out and just enjoying the Tampa races, the Glendale races, every time we do the one-lap races. If you guys are seeing this video to the end, I'm going to be trying something different. I think it's really cool. I think I'm going to turn on sighting laps, and that's going to be our practice. So it's like 6 minutes worth of practice, and you got 6 minutes to make it to your gate. If you don't make it, you jump start. I think that's going to be something cool. Allow you to get that practice in and then actually get that real feel as if we're all lining back up on the gate or making it to the gate. So we're gonna try that out and test it, see if I can make it for a video and all that stuff. You know, see if that's gonna be the meta. And then I also might try turning on a delay or so for getting on the bike or falling, you know. I think there needs to be a little bit of a penalty now because people are just like literally getting right back up, and it's just hard to fight back onto that. So once when I figure that out, I think we're gonna be in a good spot. Good double here. I want to go outside or shoot to the outside so I can get a good run around the corner. Ah, all up in the top. I think I want to run one more lap. Not gonna lie, we're at a 56.2. I think we can get there. Like if we really focus up right now, I think we can get that 55. I think that's what I'm doing wrong. Not focused. Not focused enough, but you can see, dude, how much more faster the beta is to every other bike. But right now, what I'm trying to show is that the bike is viable. You can run it for a main event and all that and be consistent. So it's not going to be bouncy on you. It's not going to mess you up. Able to actually run my race, which right now we're already up 0.5. So if I can just run my stuff without making any mistakes from there, right? Nice. Take it nice and easy. Good double. Oh, nope, and I messed up. Anyways, I was up 0.5. We all know it. We all saw it. We all saw it. If I wouldn't have messed up there, it would have been up 0.5, so that would have been the 55 ideal. I have to be okay with it because I got 0.29 in the first sector and then 0.2 in the other one. So we definitely were in the 55s. 54.7 was the cutoffs. Maybe we could have made this bike into the main. Probably not. A lot of speed. But let's take a look at our ideal. Sorry. Oh, 55.7. I'll take that. Ideal 55.7. We broke it. I felt like if I would have actually focused up, if it was qualifying days, I would have been able to cut down a lot. But 56s, 57s, 56s, 57s, a little anomaly, 59, 59. Just when you mess up that double to a triple, that's what really needs to happen. But go ahead and take out, check out the setup. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like I said, personal preference on a lot of this, or at least just for the gearing. I tried 1351. 1351 is great, and I tried 1149. 1149 is great. So I'm just in between both of those. I kind of enjoy both through the whoops. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the setup. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.